with those predictions?
B-Cup. Yeah, I got an almanac from a year in the future, used my time machine DeLorean, came back with the almanac, read it, saw this match.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dyer's turn. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remaining. It's Dyer's turn to pick. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick.
Earth Shaker.
Dyer should pick now.
Death Prophet.
It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Beastmaster.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
Phantom Assassin.
Just who will Dire ban? 10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to ban. It's Dire's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn to pick.
Abyssal Underlord!
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Juggernaut.
Choose your hero. This is where you prove yourself. Well, not me.
Beak up.
Already made up my mind.
Yeah, I got an almanac from a year in the future, used my time machine DeLorean, came back with the almanac, read it, saw this matchup. T1's gonna win.
I'll go with TNC. I think they have the tools. We'll explain why, but we can hop into the game, you know. Go with the TNC. That was quick.
Has all the results. You know, Maviak coming into game one, T1 against TNC. Crucial series for both these teams. Granted, that could be said. All these series, but as we're coming down to the wire halfway through the season, just become more crucial, of course, depending on where you are on the table. So, you know, you're alluding to it with your pick for TNC. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of faith here in a Phantom Assassin.
They have a lot of burst damage against the Phantom Assassin pre-BKB. You have this Beastmaster, very annoying to play against one of the strongest laners right now. Just feels really, really good. Love his itemization on KP already. 3 branches, Magic Stick will eat 1 branch, and yeah, because Phantom Assassin will spam the dagger to be able to secure some of the last hits, and for the harassment, I see Crystal Maiden lane plus Phantom Assassin. I'm getting some flashbacks from the Virtus Pro squad, where I'm not gonna say they invented it, but they kind of perfected it, where Maiden, she starts with Crystal Nova, spams on 2 heroes, a dagger, you pretty much have 100 move speed, so Shaker will take care of that. You know that lane is much closer to the tier 1 tower. Beastmaster will get far more efficiently there. Matchup I'm looking forward to see is the mid matchup. Underlord, how he's gonna do against the Puck. Puck already gets the courier.
Yeah, good move there by Armel. Were you expecting it to be Underlord Puck coming into that final pick, or were you thinking maybe they would keep it as an off-lane Underlord and maybe throw the DP mid, or is it just the matchups are better this way for T1?
Underlord on the off-lane has a lot of bad matchups, like you have this Monkeys, you have Ursa, like Juggernaut plus 1 extra slow, just to be able to get on top of you. On the mid lane, he feels like a completely different hero, where like you don't get pressured as much, you get the levels. It's very hard to last hit into the Underlord. Like look at the Firestorm AoE, it pretty much covers the whole area.
Yeah. You don't have to really worry about anything else. You're just trying to get that Firestorm in, CS as best as you can. You can see just the feints back and forth between the two. You know, feinting that Firestorm at times and stopping those right clicks. Like it's a battle of getting the CS, and you know you've got 4 denies for the Underlord already, and you're there for the Puck. They're really going head to head on it. If you watch that closely, it's pretty fun to watch with the two of them.
You don't get pressured much as an Underlord. Every single time Firestorm is up, you're gonna pop it. CS, he has great attack animation on top of that. Look at his damage.
Bottom. Fissure. Oh, is it going to be enough distance? Stifling Dagger in the right click. 30 health. Just walking away, but that is pressure on the Beastmaster to push him out. And that keeps Jackie just really farming for the moment. It was nice, and you know, we were talking about it, the slows.
This type of lane, like you push the lane, you get level 2 faster than them. This is where the kill opportunity arises, and you're kind of free to take it. Phantom Assassin also starting with the Orb of Venom, so even more slow, building into that Orb of Corrosion, which I really like. Just gives you that minus armor, slow. Good thing about the item is minus armor works on the tower. I think a lot of people are not aware of that. That's the reason why it's so picked up, so often.
We haven't really seen this Phantom Assassin at all between the two regions that we're covering in, you know, China and Southeast Asia. Is there a reason that this hero just lost its pick rate, or just has been ignored, or the matchup's really that bad? Like, is Phantom Assassin still a good hero? Like, obviously it's picked here, they have confidence, but overall it's been pretty much ignored. No bans, no picks before.
Yeah, I think this is the first one we've seen so far in Southeast Asia and China.
Yeah.
Seen it a couple of times in other regions. Hero's still viable, got nerfed in the previous patch, but, you know, Phantom Assassins just gotta do Phantom Assassin things.
Are you fan of the Shard?
In certain situations, yeah, but it's too much gold investment. Like if you compare Shard to, let's say, like a Basher, or BKB, whatever, like good item we're talking about, you still want to get like the standard items.
Really get to a point where we get to see Fan of Knives. I myself am a fan of Fan of Knives.
Big fan of knives. It's a break mechanic, like break Beastmaster, break Earthshaker, Juggernaut's passive. Sure, maybe as a 6th, 7th item, possibly. I don't think you want to get it earlier.
One of those ultra late game situations. You go toward on that shard, you got yourself some extra gold. Gabby up towards top, trying to do what he can against Cuckoo and Zephyr, who have been putting the pressure on. Forcing healing ward out. Zephyr thinking about going into the trees. Gabby can only just watch from a distance. Finally moves up a little bit, but now they've got the Stifling Dagger on the KP. He's on the run. Frostbite in. KP.
Another dagger. This should be the first blood.
And there it is for White
First
Mom.
blood.
Now Crystal
And it's
Maiden has
already
Aura
icing over.
online. Like, this is the dream. Crystal Maiden's level 4, 5 minutes in, compared to like Earthshaker, who's level 2, about to be level 3. So, whole level difference. Carl decides to just TP out back to the mid lane. 2k gold lead for T1 already. Like, Juggernaut's getting pressure by the Dead Prophet. Underlord's doing extremely well in the mid lane. Like, you can't stop Underlord from farming.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop that Firestorm. Even if he's pressured. Alright, bottom lane.
Jackie, Armel's here, but Armel's only level 5. Do they really expect to catch him? They do have haste on the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova. Armel ends up dead. Jackie's still on the run. Continuing to chase his KP. Now Whitemon under the tower into the trees.
They want TP. Someone needs to TP.
Somebody's got to come over. Jackie actually moves up forward. Okay.
He possibly killed himself. Blink Strike back to the range creep.
Maybe has some distance there. That is risky business and still has to deal with the board coming out. Blink Strike on cooldown. Now needs to keep running 2 more seconds. Jackie, he came back and put himself in such a bad situation. Fissure hits Jackie.
Oh, dodges the axes. Like, Beastmaster got the axes just so that they can get a kill, something that we usually don't see because it's a lot of mana consuming build. And now Crystal Maiden will use a salve on Phantom Assassin. Now they can start playing once again aggressive. The No Shaker has no mana. So KP, no mana.
Already in trouble. Use that mana, throwing those axes, and now he'll get the mana back, but that's because he's respawning in 20 seconds.
This bottom lane is, not gonna say a disaster, but it's a rough one. So much slow. Phantom Assassin just hit level 6.
Yeah.
Also, what was that rotation from Armel? Like, he was 5, needed 2 or 3 CS of the shared experience to get the level 6. I guess that was the plan, you know, push the wave, kill the creep wave, so I'm 6, and then we're gonna get the kill. First coil.
Coil comes down. We've got 2 heroes up top. They even have the damage. Blade Fury, Icarus dive all onto the Dead Prophet, who now starts to TP away just with a sliver of health.
Oh man, they're tipping Armel. Second rotation, did not get anything out of that.
And you could see these rotations are failing, and the net worths are growing for the Radiant side. Look at where the Underlord is compared to the puck. 1,000 gold ahead.
They're just gonna go on Tim's on bottom if they catch a glimpse of him. The slow is insane. The Corrosion. Crystal Nova is level 3, plus a Stifling Dagger.
It's really tough so far for the side of TNC. He's just having a free game. He's going into the Battle Fury. Here by himself, bottom, and anytime anybody comes over, they usually pay for it. Meanwhile, Pit of Malice down, Illusory Orb over, picks up a haste. That'll help Armel leave if need be. He'll be safe right now, but overall, still going the way of T1, up 3K. And this is Phantom Assassin who hasn't moved, who hasn't really had the feeling of needing to join fight. Just can farm. That's exactly what you want in this situation.
This is what you want to have from your Phantom Assassin. Secure the laning stage, finds the Possessed Mask, so some extra damage, extra lifesteal. It's one of the best items you can farm on your carries most of the time, on top of Royal Jelly. Like, Morphling just loves this item. Dames should be in a lot of trouble, you know, if they decide to go on him. Crits are available, Fissure already used.
Stifling Dagger.
Maiden is level 6. What?
God!
It's not even 9 minutes.
Dream Coil used on the Crystal, made in the ring over the Beast Master. He's not 6, no Primal Roar. Still staying inside the Dream Coil, but the right clicks come out. On
They're gonna take Armel again.
Survives for a second wonder. Armel's gonna kill on a KP. They won't go over to Armel.
One hit. I expected.
Horribly from TNC.
Dipping game from T1 is really on point here. Man, Armel can't catch a break.
And now
every
he's
single
moving top.
time he makes a rotation,
Tower Jax.
he's just dead after. This is a free tier 1 tower.
No way you try to defend this. You've got no puck. You have no Beastmaster.
Bid farewell.
T1 outplaying TNC right now. And Phantom Assassin, top of the net worth. Almost has that Battle Fury already.
I mean, I wouldn't call that a
You
whole
took opponents
Battle
in.
Fury,
It's
but
over 50%.
yeah, it's
We round up in the
it's
US.
half.
Chip Vest for the Dire. Ocean Heart for the Radiant.
Chip West. My biggest concern is it doesn't give armor. Like, it's a vest, it should give armor.
That's feeding you here.
Sun Ray, Omni Slash, everything used just to kill
Blade has
Kuku.
tasted
Like, yeah, that gets you a kill, and I think you're happy with that. But at the same time, now, what do you have to fight for the next few minutes?
Good question. Armel,
you're
once again,
looking for
needs to be
Radiant
active.
Tower,
It's one of those games where your mid laner knows the side lanes are not going well, his lane is not going well, so there's a lot of pressure on him to try to do stuff. And sometimes when you're pressured like that, you make mistakes.
Radiant's bottom
Pressure
tower is under
situation.
attack.
And now Stifling Dagger. Oh, the crits coming in. That's the RNG that we've been seeing, and well, Jaxi just used to farm. He gets a kill, he goes and stays in his lane.
Usually Phantom Assassin at this point would be in the jungle farming, because they're so far ahead and they have a good vision. Like, they can allow Phantom Assassin to be on the bottom lane and still farm the jungle and the lane at the same time.
2k ahead of the jungle.
Radiant's getting friendly with
The
Dire's
Phantom
bottom
Assassin
tower.
is so far ahead of this point. He doesn't even have battle bugs going into the Maelstrom. Almost one component into that. By the time he's got that Maelstrom, PA's got the battle. Having a perfect game thus far, 4-0-2. See if TNC can bring this back. Opportunities come. Will they take advantage of it? They've KP pushing bottom. Necrobook as well as the Boars. Is that enough to get themselves a
Dire
tower? They've
scanning
also
red.
brought
Baden
in
is
the
in a
jug.
really good position to use it.
Oh yeah, field. Immediately the Primal War, but they've got the Pit of Malice down inside of the jug as well as the Beastmaster. Now Frostbite. Done to Gabby. KP on the run. He's dead first. Already used the Blade Fury.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's 3 heroes there on the Dire side. Radiant, they don't need to pressure. They don't need to step too far. They've already got what they came for, and that's killing the Beastmaster as well as a defense from the tier 1 tower.
Keeping their towers alive is going to be crucial. You're playing into Juggernaut, Beastmaster, someone who wants to take your safe lane tier 1 tower, control the jungle, but with tier 1 tower still standing there. Echo!
Fissure and the kill quickly on a Kuku. A lot of these kills are coming out in the Death Prophet. All these ultis have been used on the GP so far.
Not a big fan of this Falcon Blade on that Prophet. What you want to have on the offlane DP is a bit more tanky build. It's a costly item, you know. Falcon Blade, it costs 1100. You know, you still get something from it, but it's a lot of investment. You're not a mid laner. Even like mid lane DPs don't get the item. It's more of a pub build, I would say. I would love to see like a Glimmer Cape possibly on the offlane Death Prophet, or just straight up Hood.
And it doesn't feel like it gives you enough for a locked spot. And I say locked spot in, that's not building into anything else.
Yeah, so he switches to Hood instead of going to Yule Scepter, because if you go Witchblade and a Yule Scepter, it's a lot of like intelligence, but not enough survivability. You're smart, but you know, one slap and all intelligence is gone.
Yeah. And that happens a lot.
Also, I would love to
Punch.
see 1 point in silence coming out from the Death Prophet. That valuable silence could make a whole lot of difference.
it's a good silence at just level 1. The casual point could really... I don't think it's gonna... I mean, it'll make the fights easier. I don't think that's the difference in making or breaking the fight at the moment, with T1 being ahead by so much, but at the same time, it stops TNC, I think, from really having a chance. Fighting it. Silence onto the puck, exorcism used, back away from the tower.
Dire's middle tower.
To be honest, expected it to have it a bit early, like 3-1-3 build is fine. You're playing the off lane. You need that a bit of something else coming up from your off lane because you don't provide any stuns.
Trying to take this through any of these towers. TNC are stuck.
And Zephyr, I love position 4 Pangos. You get so much value from that Blink Dagger. Just Orb of Corrosion feels great on the hero, on top of the Blink Dagger, which allows you to land some good roars. Usually you kind of struggle against the Puck, against the Beastmaster. But the Blink Dagger, yeah, allows you to be more maneuverable in the fights. Maybe get the first jump.
He's getting really close to it. We see how much that disrupts when you go into the Rolling Thunder. Enemies will only make him closer. He's farming this bottom lane himself for a long time already. Battle Fury finish for Jackie, going right into the San Piñata. Is this the item you want to see after the Battle Fury's finish?
Okay, yeah, I don't mind. Like, against the Shaker, that extra status resistance, because they have a lot of stuns, a lot of silences. Sure, why not? Like, just be a bit more tanky. Also decided to get the HP talent on level 10. So, yeah, be able to survive through initial burst, because they have a lot of, like, spell damage.
Ooh, did they KP coming into the trees with that ward?
I didn't see.
Coming bottom. They're navigating through. But the Roaring Thunder, Primal Roar, that stops him. But the Frostbite thing as well as the Freezing Field. Roaring Thunder will continue, and KP is dead with that.
Now a little game of
Carl showed up and
The White One's having such a great game on this CM. Level 9, 16 minutes in, doing so much work, providing vision. His wards were on point, the D wards as well. Just securing the lane for Phantom Assassin means quite a lot.
Blink Dagger picked up for the Earthshaker, so now they have an opportunity at Blink Echoes. We'll see if that ends up changing the complexion of this game. So far, it's all T1, and they're continuing to take out these towers without losing much of their own. Tier 1 finally goes, but everything around the map
is under attack.
seems like it's that part in The Lion King. Anything that the sun touches.
A great quote, a great movie. The first movie I actually watched in the cinema, so it's always going to be very important to me.
Just to have all the Disney VHS.
You used to? What happened?
Whoa.
You sold them?
Yeah, when we sold my house, we gave up all the VHS. My brother had the whole like Disney collection. We had like Bambi, Hercules, Lion King, everything.
Just TP out, it's that easy. They have no abilities that go through Magic Immunity.
For all you kids at home, a VHS.
Do not throw them. Do not throw the old stuff. Just if you have a basement, put it in a basement, because one day you might get a lot of value. Not just, you know, money value, but you would love to see things that you owned when you were a kid.
Yeah, I had to get rid of a lot. If you want to get some money, you could do that crypto thing. I know BTC's up to 40K right now. I can't afford that though. Doge is the new big thing. Top seller on the market. So, smoke up from TNC.
It seems like one of those, I think you should, don't, but you should, right? You know, invest. I didn't say don't follow my advice. It's a mad world we live in, but yeah, let's focus on the game. Philly dropped for T1. Roll.
Coming in, rolling thunder for Blink Dagger, moves up in the air, Fissure. Not going to keep him out. Freezing Field dropped by White Mom for that kill on Bebby. K lead still for T1.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Exorcism
under
popped, looking like they want to go Roach. Get back in.
Buyback from Bebby. Double damage Underlord. Let's check his damage. 330, not too bad. 18 minutes in.
Not happy about it. Zephyr over on the high ground, and Fissure Totem. Team's in trouble, stifling down. Now the right clicks are in, they get the kill. The Omniside bounces. Whitemon unfortunately tanks that. They got the Dream Coil in. Data still has Echo. Jackie's dead too. Gabby moving forward. They'll look over for Cuckoo and Carl. Zephyr over to the side. Has Swashbuckle ready to throw. If they want to chase and turn this around, they need to keep the pressure on. Otherwise, they're giving up Roche. But the Fissure didn't block from getting on the high ground. Malice now Blade Fury again has that healing ward continuing to.
They need to get this Roche. Already used 2 buybacks. Healing ward running out. They're dropping low. 1 Firestorm should.
Rolling Thunder with the blink dagger. They need to be careful about going for
This
this.
could be a disaster.
Yeah, there's the Rolling Thunder. Echo Slam comes in. That's going to hit on the Cuckoo. And now the silence on the Carl. That keeps Underlord out from going for this. At the same time, Roche is low. Gabby and Marmel are in. They'll take the Aegis. Gabby gets that one, and that is massive for TNC. A long, drawn-out fight that becomes victorious for TNC, with the prize being Roche.
Cuckoo had Hood of Defiance ready, didn't even pop it that fight. Very interesting. So yeah, Roche attempt. If that was level 2 Death Prophet ulti, they would have been able to take it. Spirits go from 8 to 16, a bit of a difference that could potentially, mean, I'm gonna say a game, but this is a big win for TNC. They used 2 buybacks. Juggernaut managed to pick up Aegis.
That really helps Gabby just feel comfortable farming. Maybe they want to fight. Once Echo Slam is back off cooldown. As well as the Omni Slash. I mean, the Omni was used so early in that fight. Took out Whitemon completely and holding that Echo that entire time until the opportunity came to throw it and they get kill onto the Death Prophet. Pretty impressive by TNC to be so patient in a fight.
2 buybacks committed. It's a lot of investment at this point, but yeah, they secured the Roche. Underlord has a full pipe, something that we don't see that often. Considering the cost change, it's a 1,500 gold of an investment just to get the recipe.
Fissure over on the back of Cuckoo. They've got the Underlord nearby. TNC thinking about jumping in. Over from the side. Zephyr in trouble. Him out. They're not locking up anymore. Now they find the jump. And Fury, Primal Roar, Zephyr Nova, Echo's off. They'll get the kill onto Cuckoo. They're taking out Zephyr. 2 heroes gone. Zephyr buys back. Dark Rift away. No, he stops it. Whitemon, Invis, but now the Sunray, Illusory with the Waiting Grip. They get the kill on the 3. And they've got Zephyr thinking about going into the Rolling Thunder, having that Blink Dagger to disrupt the fight of TNC, but they are pretty healthy at the moment. KP gets caught by Jackie.
What is this?
It's like TNC.
A game of some sort?
They will give up on this fight, but they've already got 3, so they're happy with the exchange.
One thing I noticed is D1 stopped tipping Armel, which means Armel is playing really well. Didn't die. So far, those 2 rotations kind of ended up with a death, though he managed to recover.
Yeah.
Boots of Travel, Veil, ton of magical damage already coming out from both Phoenix, Earthshaker as well. They have Echo Slam ready and Shaker getting closer to level 12. So I still feel they can try and go for a fight.
Yeah, he's gonna have that
Aegis
shard
is
too.
available. He's going for that shard. Probably the best shard in the game right now. Just feels like you're getting so much from it. -2 seconds on a Fissure. You can walk on the Fissure, and you can stun people. Sometimes I've seen players using Echo Slam just to stun on the Fissure without getting the echo damage.
We saw that a lot yesterday. We were covering the China. The one series. We saw a lot of echoes off of players and just on the Fissure.
This SNY sounded like a great idea for T1, but without having a BKB, Phantom Assassin still needs to be very careful about joining fights or overextending, because yeah, that's gonna hurt. Still very vulnerable to any kind of magic damage burst, and they have done.
Carl just waiting in the trees. Gabby pushing forward. He's got Firestorm and Pitamalus to try and deter this push coming in from TNC. Cooper's here as well. Healing Ward, though, that is, well, keeping Gabby healthy enough and keeping TNC's hopes of taking this
Dire's
tier
top
2
tower has
alive.
some radiant-shaped problems. A scan from Radiant.
Looking to see, because TNC, they've got this Aegis, and you can see or sense by the way that they're posturing, they want to fight this.
They do. Aegis, will be gone in 50. This Juggernaut is massive. I love the build on it. Manta style to be able to get rid of the silences, possibly the Disarm, a lot of slows, and then Maelstrom just feels very good. You know, it's either Battle Fury or Maelstrom. Maelstrom is like a cheaper Battle Fury. It also pierces through evasion against the Phantom Assassin, which I like.
Quicksilver.
Invisibility!
You like that tier, that neutral?
When it first came out, I felt like I don't want to buy that, I don't want to carry that.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm a 3, 4, 5 player and didn't get much value out of the item, but it's a real good carry item. Let's say on the breaking, his skellies are always on cooldown, so he gets the move
And
speed
here's a fortification
and the
from
attack
Radiant.
speed. A lot of value for certain heroes.
Jug just about completing this MKB,
Next
going
thing,
Maelstrom, Manta, and MKB. I like this build. Phantom Assassin's going to have to be careful, despite the fact that Jackie sits top. The net worth was at 1.2k ahead of this Jug. Now only a couple hundred. Said they stopped picking RML. Sign that the game has changed. Because they definitely haven't used all their tips.
He also built Force Staff. Possibility to break the coil, get himself out of the trouble, save the teammates. Okay-ish. Not a big fan of the Force Staff on the mid laners, because what you want to have from your mid lane is pretty much scaling. But in this particular scenario, I think it could work. You know, like Yule Scepter could have been a better idea. Get rid of the roots. Get rid of the silences. Force Staff doesn't give you that.
He's also building into the Ag.
Ag is fine. Like you want to have Ags. Great setup for Echo, Juggernaut, Omni Slash. I see Ag and Scepter queued up on Jug, which means that they're gonna be like a mini slash as well. Maybe we can call it a quickie or mini slash.
Swifter.
Sure.
The balance is down. That's already broken. Not exactly what they want in that situation. They're trying to get a BKB on the Death Prophet. They already have one with Phantom Assassin. Thunder thinking about going after Armel. Silence and 100 moves speed. Has nothing doing right now. Blade Fury right on top of the Death Prophet. Incredible beautiful drop right on top of the Underwood as well as the Death Prophet. Super's in a great spot. The fight is moving away from that egg. With the Echo Slam, looking for the Dark Ray. Do they have the time? Yes, they do, but Cuckoo and Zephyr are already dead. They got the Phantom Assassin out, and that's the big point there.
We've seen that today already, where one team has like 6k gold lead, and the enemy team is in full control of the game. They are the ones who are dictating the tempo, deciding where the team fights are gonna be. So this is the same thing that's happening here. Like TNC, they were 5k gold down, and now they are the ones putting the pressure on the map and making aggressive moves. Next Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. I see a courier inside. It's Cuckoo's courier. But they want to be able to see when it respawns. TNC has a very, very good Roche taking lineup.
This is really tough, and it all turned around off that first Roche. I think that was really the turning point where TNC felt like, you know, now they've got this Aegis and they've turned the game.
Most of the teams, I think, would not contest there, but TNC, a lot of experience on that team. They're like, yeah, we're going in. You know, we'll fight around it, reset after a couple of spells were used, and then take a fight, 2 buybacks committed. A lot of investment, but it paid off.
They got out in the positive. The investment accrued interest, and well, now they lead the game by just a little bit of net worth. Jug is about to pass Jackie on the net worth. I mean, this is pretty unbelievable how well they've done to just pull this game back. Primal Roar comes in, and they found Whitemon, freezing field, trying to lost the armor. And out of the malice, Whitemon!
He actually gets him. Like, this is so insane.
1v1. Oh, and
One versus one
exactly.
was the start, but then the other players came in and kicked him while he was down.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Basically, all an ambulance, but not for me. Fissure, silence, totem, lockdown on a cuckoo,
Dire's top tower
but
has seen
not
Radiant
committed.
shape. Dire are
Thinking of
scanning
it.
friends. Double stun! Dire structures are fortified.
What used by the Dire side is
Dire's top tower is
pressure
under
the top tier 2. They also dropped a ward on the high ground of the Radiant Base. I'm not sure if anybody
Dire's
caught that on
top
T1, but there
Radiant
is that
shape.
vision. And Zephyr ends up dead to Armel.
He has that charge, roll up, you know, being magic immune. Coil with the Ags is 8 seconds, so kind of tough to live. Also, that was a double damage and puck, so Phantom Assassin did not go for Desolator this game. Like, you get kind of a budget Deso from Orb of Corrosion.
Right.
She has level 20 talent, -3 armor, was holding
Radiant's courier is dead.
the minus armor neutral item as well. Orb of Destruction. But now she just wants more status resistance.
Radiant are scanning
I'm a
friends.
big fan here against the silences, against the Earthshaker combo. If he gets a good jump, like with Echo, you still have enough time to actually pop a BKB, because status resistance should be around like 40%. Checks. Wait, what does it
Radiant's
say?
bottom tower is under attack.
That's just fun.
12%. It's not 12. Well, interesting.
The numbers not quite lining up.
Like SNY gives extra 25.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just bug. Still in beta.
Fissure out, totem as well. Right on Carl, who is bottom. To the team though, they're smoked in top.
Surprise!
If they can get a pick up, Roche could be theirs. We'll see. Basher finished on the Phantom Assassin, and they're looking to get that Abyssal to be potentially a game-changing item for the Phantom Assassin to get to it. But it looks like TNC, they're grouping up, ready to smoke. They're gonna move forward. TNC. It looks like moving enough time. But Primal Roar, that's getting used on Carl.
Has buyback available and the Dark Wave is hit.
Supernova, but the egg right next to the Phantom Assassin. Keepy taking him out of damage. Gabby, the egg is going to go off. Down the outside comes in.
Big one.
Jackie as well. 2-2 to get the triple kill. They'll take out Roach. And again, a fight in the road. That goes well. Echo Slam.
Good force stab.
Oh, is it enough? Gabby, low on health, but has that healing ward. It gets killed. Now Carl. Heals around him. One man like back. Now,
Another buyback.
he's going to help Tutu. He buys back. Fissure's walking across it, gets to the long ground, and again, focusing the attention on the Whitemon. Roshan gets the kill. He'll take that one. Tutu comes in. Whitemon buys back. They've got the silence on the Earthshaker. They look over as the Mouse locks him off. Down goes Tim.
That's 3 buybacks. But who's gonna pick it up? There's no DP
Dire's
ulti.
courier has been killed.
No
I'm
Phantom
not
Assassin
sure
for
if-
45 seconds.
Yeah, these buybacks are valuable for T1. Yeah, they stop the Roche. If they can somehow manage to survive, get the Phantom Assassin online so she can pick up the Aegis, then it's worth it. If she doesn't get it, it's really not. But Gabby has another healing ward ready, so I expect them to go inside the pit again.
Hawk, Courier, all spot this. 20 seconds, so the Phantom Assassin is there. They've got the silence as well as the Crit Storm. Still working with that healing ward, getting up, out to full health. Very excited. Injury, pushing away. Throws out on the 2 runes that are coming in. Roll up now. Moving over, back to Gabby. Keeping out of the fight. The Dream Coil's not going to get them the kills on a Whitemon as well as Cuckoo. Spirit Sight and Carmel. Over the Sword Crest. And now the Swoop Slash bounces around. Don't have Omniscience available. They'll get the kill on a Whitemon. They'll take out Cuckoo. Now 2 heroes without buyback. This is really falling apart for the side of 200. Phantom Assassin back into it. They look over at King. Right click's coming in, but he's surviving. Firestorm down right on top of him. Cycling dagger that's thrown up to Gabby. Striking. Out. Jackie, can he survive? They're trying to leave. They're thinking about going, and they do ditch.
They bail, so let's see the healing ward
Radiant's bottom tower is
available
under
in
attack.
3 seconds. Once again, you're gonna get the talent instead of going for the attack speed, but just keeping the healing ward outside a bit.
Here.
He needs to go. Like, you suicide for this.
Oh, he's going for it. Roll up, trying to survive, bouncing around, buying some time. Swashbuckle, swift slash, the kill on the Zephyr. White on screen again. So is Roche. Aegis is picked up by Gabby.
Decision making by TNC around the Roche pit is just much better than T1.
Yeah.
Like, they're understanding when they need to reset, get out, get back in, even after using a couple of buybacks. Tims was a bit hesitating with his buyback. Finally decides to use it. They secure a couple of kills.
This?
Phantom
A
Assassin,
game of some sort?
after having so much free time, like, you don't really feel she's delivering.
No, and you're getting kills around the fight on like KP and sometimes on Tims, but it's not those heroes that are crucial to getting you what you're there for, and that's Roche.
Now, Gabby, holding on to Aegis, also has a Blade Fury Shard upgrade, which is insanely good. Movement speed, and you attack once per second. Dealing less damage, but still okay. Your proc work. Double damage bottled up. You need to be careful about the Swift Slash with the DD. I see Phantom Assassin trying to get Aghanim Scepter, lower the cooldown on the Blur, which is going to help out against the Swift Slash, against the Omni Slash. It's a 10-second ability, and Juggernaut might struggle against that, but White Monster's pretty dead on the bottom.
Yeah, Waning Rift, Illusory Orb, eventually dead, now gone for 47 seconds. Turn their attention towards bottom, all of a sudden they have an 11k lead, no buybacks for anybody on T1. So if they were to lose a fight at this point, it looks like they'll just end up calling the game. Question is though, these fights are pretty close.
Wow, the damage, the force staff again. Great vision for him. Keep him locked up. Now they're going through. Omni-Slash bouncing around, going over to his death bucket. Zephyr trying to survive, but he's got 365. The Supernova goes off. Blue Heroes alive to the side of T1. A live drop there by TNC, but they're still willing to go. They've got the Aegis on the jump. Great coordination by TNC. Armel makes space for Cheese. Buck puts it in his inventory instantly, uses it, replenishes mana and the HP. Quick Slash still ready with the double damage going on. They need to be careful. Like, it's a ton of damage. They need dispelled.
Now starting to leave. Tier 3 still standing. Not awful if you think about it, but still on the cusp of just blowing up in their face.
Keeping that PMA mentality. Have to find something positive. You know, it's a 10k gold lead. They still have Aegis.
This should make my life
Man,
easier.
Armel, after struggling in the early stages, managed to recover so well. He's almost farmed as Phantom Assassin right now. Didn't die for, I believe, it's like
Quickly as I
25
go.
minutes.
Yeah. Fainting to Fissure a few times. Now the Totem continuing to lock up this Underlord. And can they go for this? They take the tier 3. And you can tell TNC again. Every time they've had this Aegis, obviously it's just twice. Every time they've had it though, they've been wanting to make moves and stay postured forward, play the other side of the map.
I want to see them making an aggressive move. There's still a minute and 30 seconds left on that Aegis. Healing Ward up again.
Weather for TNC.
And give that to Jug straight away. A very good item. So Orb of Destruction, still keeping that in his backpack, you know, in case, let's say you're going for the Throne Rush, you want to have that, but yeah, just a spin. Get some damage on the melee barracks, wait for it to be available again. 50 seconds until Aegis is reclaimed.
Blade Fury though, Gabby taking a lot of damage. Aegis is popping away from his team. Tims though has the Echo ready to go. So you need to be very careful. And no huge Echo, but I'm not sure that lined up with the future. Suddenly bouncing around, and now they've got the Future on the recover. They get it from the Cuckoo as well. The turn, the Supernova goes off. Cuckoo, he's dead. 65, no buyback. I'm not sure the timing on it. I kind of lost track because I think the fissure was melting as he used the echo trying to keep those heroes locked up.
Might have been hit by something. I was just watching Gabby if he's going to be able to get out. So now he is in once again. Omni Slash. Oh, Mini Slash is ready. That's just straight up dead. I mean, Light One, what did you think is going to happen?
That extra armor is only in your ult, sir. And that is 40 seconds without the Crystal Maiden, but TNC, they back off. Right now, T1 live another day. And at least for now, things are definitely getting dangerous for them.
Regeneration!
Now,
Radiant's
picks that
barracks
up.
are about to crumble.
4-2 and 18 on this puck.
Gabby dropping so low.
Abby on the run, Zephyr swashbuckle, the healing word of Amanda. Now the Sword Slash takes out Zephyr. Jackie looking for a way to just kill off Gabby, but he just doesn't have the opportunity. Carl goes down to Armel. Jug survives it all.
I think he actually dodged the swashbuckle there. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it didn't hit, but also healing ward. Perfect timing, you know, get them a bit of an extra HP. They have so much sustain, like healing ward, Phoenix, Sunray, keep him alive. Phoenix also finished the E on this, so he's pretty safe against any kind of a jump. E on disc is fine, but you know, if you're in a range of dagger from Phantom Assassin, it just might
And over here,
proc your
Radiant's top tower.
E on disc with one spell, which is something that you do not want to see. So Phantom Assassin queues up Divine Rapier. I love that. You're in a situation where, you know, it's not going well for you. You need to try to think how to come back into the game. At TNC right now, I don't think they like need to force too much. They should check if there's buyback available on the Underlord, which is not. 600 gold away from it. Man, the dash shooting Juggernaut is insane with that leveler.
Yeah.
That's immediate.
Got Omni Slash available. Full slash. A little full slash. Starting to get the Golden Cuckoo. There's the Rolling Thunder. Sunray right on top of the Jug, keeping him alive. The sustain talks about it, and it's really helping keep this Jug healthy. There's the Cycling Dagger. Coming down to the end. Down to get the Coda Gabby. They do the ticket out of the Jug with the BKB being popped here by the Phantom Assassin. They got themselves one. Go to the freezing field, but Armel, Stifling Dagger, phase shifted, and, well, they lose. Jug doesn't have buyback.
This is why I said they need to just poke, see what's going to happen, because Juggernaut still dies. There's a ton of minus armor coming out from Phantom Assassin Talent, Orb of Corrosion, Pangolier, Orb of Destruction, that's like AoE minus armor combined with the Swashbuckle. Let's see when the Roche is going to spawn. It's a long spawn, it benefits TNC much more.
It's a quick one. T1 might have an opportunity. You set up at the pit.
Timeless Relic for Earthshaker or Timeless Relic for Puck. I think you give it to Puck if you don't find a better item. So, you know, that Dream Coil is going to last for ages. Silences. Also, Lincoln Sphere finished on Armel. Armel just having a perfect game after a bad start.
Yeah, and that is Pentage Sword for the Phantom Assassin, a long Roche. That is not going to be available for T1 to take if it had come up quickly, and TNC were down the Jug. They're down the Jug for another 23 seconds. 2,400 gold for the Phantom Assassin with the Divine Rapier, trying to make something happen to get gold from nothing. Trying to become an alchemist in a way. Trying to make gold from nothing. You need equivalent exchange. See, maybe Divine Rapier.
Yeah, you sell Orb of Corrosion, you buy that Sacred Relic, and just be ready for the next fight. They don't know when the Roche is gonna spawn, they're not as smart as us, and all the guys observing from the in-game. We have the technology, they don't.
$1 billion net. We have the technology, we can rebuild it. TNC rebuilding after a deficit, working on putting it all together. Put a staple on this game, and they're up 15k. You're 1,000 gold away from the Divine Rapier for Jackie, trying to farm top, while TNC are wrapping
good smoke
from behind.
Nice wraparound.
Carl, spider legs, now silenced. He spotted them.
Surprised they didn't go for a coil there. Underlord is the one who can bail them out. With the Juggernaut, I still feel they have enough damage to take down one hero.
Could sell the Orb of Corrosion, get closer to the Divine Rapier.
Radiant's bottom barracks are about to
Buy it
crumble.
out, maybe try to fight right there. High risk, but you need to be high risk at this point. And now pushing in over mid is Gabby. Uber is home. Not
Dire's
everybody
courier
came
has
with
been
it.
killed.
White Line takes the outpost, blink.
Oh, Jackie might get caught. He should be very careful. The Divine Rapier is done. Just TP back to base. Like this one could have backfired so easily.
He survives that. Can't believe it.
Like if he dies there, that's just, you know, game throwing. The game ends. You lose a Rapier. You don't have a buyback without PA. There's not enough damage. Roche will respawn in 2 seconds. There's a courier from Crystal Maiden. Not healthy, but doing the job, scouting things out. The battle of the couriers inside the pit.
Now they know where Tim's is. And violence. I think stop being that
Radiant's
stifling
courier
tech.
has been killed.
They need to be very careful. Again, they're fighting into everything. They're going to go in front of the blink. The blink here already started. Look at the blink. He gets the on the
For 99 seconds, KP over to the side. He needs to leave. Somehow, T1, they get Gabby. And, well, without a jug, this is feeling like, well, TNC have to concede a Roche.
It's not somehow, it's Divine Rapier combined with Coup de Grace. There's no buybacks on 2 cores, so, I mean, there's buyback available on Puck, but Jug doesn't have it, so I don't think you commit here. So that's Cheese, Aegis, and Refresher.
Obviously, they can see them doing it. They've got Earthshaker's courier in. Evacuate from the pit for a second. 3 seconds without the jug. They need to get this done. This is a big moment for T1 to try and get back into this game. And TNC are not even coming over. They're not going to risk any lives. Letting T1 have it. That's Refresher, that's Aegis, all with the cheese ready to go for T1. Now you have a Divine Rapier, and it's not as scary to hold with an Aegis as well.
Yeah, they only lost melee barracks on the bottom. Well, let's see those crits, 2.6k. Not too bad, not too bad.
Could be more. I've seen better.
I've seen around 6,000, I believe, in one of the secret games.
Phantom Assassin back to the Ags potentially.
Yeah, that Ags with the Divine Rapier, refreshing cooldown on a Phantom Strike. That's brutal.
We'll see what Phantom Assassin can get done in terms of getting to that Ags. Do you go Ags and replace something, or are you going to buy out an Ags Blessing? I don't think you really have the space for it.
If you can farm the gold, sure. If you can't, I still would prefer holding Aghanim Scepter and removing the power threads, because you get a kill, your abilities refresh. With the Phantom Strike cast range, you are able to maneuver in and out of the fights anyway, so you're not that boots dependent as a hero.
Well, deforestation from Zephyr with the Rolling Thunder, trying to spot someone. Buys 3 components of the Ags and will have that sent
I would
out.
love to see Vlad's being built just to have that lifesteal for Phantom Assassin. It's kind of a lot considering how much damage she deals. So either a Pangolier or if Crystal Maiden can somehow manage to actually farm it, Tinkerward place. I don't think TNC wants to defend this tier 2 tower bottom anyway.
So, yeah, bought the recipe on the Ags Blessing and now needs 1,000 more gold. They're going to TP back. TNC playing top. Phoenix also going for 3 components still needed on that. Okay. You do you. And K lead for TNC.
That doesn't matter at this point.
Net worth is
it's very irrelevant at this point because Phantom Assassin one crit, 1 hit.
You what?
1 hero dead, pretty much. 1 Eon Disc done. On the Phoenix, is there anyone else going for the E on disc? No, not at this point.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? Where the points don't matter, except here it's where the net worth don't matter. Scenes from a hat, things you can do with the Divine Rapier. It's one shot. A lot of these here.
Aghanims upgraded on Phantom Assassin, instant cast time on a blur, plus ability to refresh
Dire
your
don't look too
abilities
scared of Radiant's top tower.
after you get a kill.
Just for Cuckoo, who's been struggling in a lot of these fights. He's been the first casualty in a lot of them. You can see Phoenix really wants to get that Ag. They have not really been able to pop yet.
Yeah, Ags have been in a really nice place. Jump.
Missile, but with the Lotus, that bounces back to Gabby, scaring TNC enough where they need to leave.
T1 needs to make stuff happen. They still have a minute and 30 seconds. This is where they feel comfortable fighting into enemy team with the Divine Rapier and that Aegis still in the hands.
One Waker being built for the Underlord.
I
Missile for
love
the
that item.
Pangolier.
Like, this item is very expensive, but we've seen yesterday in Chinese region, like Wind Waker being built. We've seen Shard on Batrider saving and pretty much turning the game around.
And he's saving
For those who
those.
don't know, Shard on Batrider allows you to target allies, 20-second cooldown, and also gives 80% damage reduction on the allies that you used it on.
The least important part of that one.
Yeah, like I saved it for the
80%.
last part.
Oh, no damage, you say? Sure. TNC setting up here nearby. Rolling Thunder, that started as well as the Exorcism. They're going to want to fight into this, but they're kind of far behind. They need to close the gap. Rapier used by Gabby. Dream Coil is out. That's going to stop this Pangolier in his tracks. They use Exorcism, they use Rolling Thunder, and they don't get anything yet. Hang on, just pops. Now the Abyssal Blade to follow it up. The Lotus Sword, the silence is there. And they'll get the kill on Debbie, taking out this Phoenix, making sure that they can slow down that Ags on the Bird.
Radiant's
And
bottom barracks are under
they've
attack.
also got no Phoenix for 120 seconds.
Aegis is reclaimed, so Phantom Assassin holding on to a cheese right now. Where's that refresher? They had a refresher as well. Okay, Pango's still holding it. They can give that to Dead Prophet possibly, have another Exorcism.
Tower full?
We were just observing this one super creep that has killed the Rax and is now going for a shrine that used to be.
Didn't last long.
Oh, he's going ham.
Let's go. I think he's got it. Predictions in the chat? Yes, no. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
How many hits does he need? He needs like 20 hits.
How many hits does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? I think it's going to be about 6 more. 2, 3, 4.
He got it.
All right, he's got it. Could get another one. All right, the tower's there. Enough of this.
Surprised they did not use Underlord ulti to gank that creep. He caused a lot of trouble.
He took 2 buildings. Just letting a super melee creep.
How lazy
do
is
like
that? You name a building, just a building in Dota?
Yeah. Just build it.
Pretty sure we could think of something better, right? Like in Warcraft 3, it was called what? Ziggurat from the Undying, Moonwell for the Sentinel,
Could
also
go
known as
Starcraft
Radiant.
route. Pylons.
Sure, whatever. That's copyrighted, but you know, we can think of something else.
Bleep that out. We're on delay. Hopefully. So we're getting to the point where it always feels like, yeah, it's 10 minutes in between 50 and 60, but you start thinking tier 5s. Games kind of slow down in between these points.
You love
Especially when
those
I love
tier
them.
5 items.
Oh,
Like
see
every
them a
single
lot.
time the game is around 15
Yeah,
minutes, you're
I'll
like,
always mention
oh
that.
yeah, tier 5 items coming out soon. That's 10 minutes of Dota still to be played.
We always get there.
Another Divine Rapier queued up on P8. Love that. Crystal Maiden, Blink Dagger. Someone, please buy Vlad. Old man Vladimir would really appreciate that.
Isn't his castle nearby? Vlad's
That's
castle?
Vlad Tepes. I'm not sure if whose full name is Vladimir. Bran Castle, Vlad Tepes, yeah.
Marmel and Silence on the Pangolier. Now up in the air, they've got the speeder that can it. They get to kill Armel very quickly. The damage coming out from Jackie really well. Silence on the Gabby, pops the mansion now. Going with the Blade Fear, trying to get away with the exorcism. Pop with the Death Prophet. They'll go after both Bevy as well as Gabby. Bevy trying to TP away in the tree.
Good Fisher.
Oh, they got him! He'll stop the TP, the Fisher not enough. But Allison's there, and down goes Jackie. Or down goes Bevy to Jackie, who's on a killing spree. He was almost free, but he was away.
Thought he was gonna get out. Well played. Man, these Divine Rapier games, Phantom Assassin has enough money to buy another one.
Do you get it?
Sure, why not?
And hold it, or do you get it?
You can put it in the backpack. You know, just lock it. Possibly swap the power threads with just a Sacred Relic and unlock it in a fight after you get like 1 kill possibly.
Yeah.
But if you get the Aegis, unleash the Kraken. Full power, all in.
Unleash the Kraken. Could be what we see from Jackie next. And this is now a net worth lead for T1. TNC, they certainly had their opportunities, and we saw Armel, who dies in that fight. He died in like 2 shots.
Yeah, Gabby also. Like, he's sitting at 24 armor. Like, his armor's not that high, to be honest. Oh.
No death.
Because he does not have any, like, edgy items.
Right.
There's no butterfly. Going into Swift Blink, which is okay. Has Nullifier to proc those Eon Discs, possibly Ghost Scepters, Glimmer Capes. Like, Nullifier is just a great item. Also, it's going to be very good against the Wind Waker if he can get that on the target. Man, Wind Waker, big fan. This item has a lot of value. You can use it on your allies. You can't move your allies as you can move yourself, but still just casting a Cyclone, sometimes 2.5 seconds, could make a lot of difference.
We've seen it make a lot of difference in situations like this. Beats your LGD game specifically. That was Wind Waker Party. Now again, T1 coming through mid. Fissure hits on the Cuckoo. Illusory Orb jaunts to it. Waiting for phase shift into a blink out. Armel thinking about it. He had the team nearby. Scouts a little bit. Roche in a couple seconds. That's going to be Aegis. She's Refresher Shard. Ag blessing the whole kit and caboodle. Ready to go for whoever.
Bit of Malice lasts for so long after Underlord hits level 25, the talent. It's just extra 0.65 seconds. Roche going down very quickly. Good pitch, are actually blocking them all.
And now the totem, Cuckoo's gone. Aegis into the hands of Jackie. They'll buy that on the death pump. They'll look over to White, who's really low, trying to get out of the fight, trying to survive, maneuver his way. But there are the axes. They'll get the cone of the Crucible. They'll buy back on Cuckoo. They haven't lost anything just yet inside the TNC, but Armel on the run. One more shot with the Spirit Siphon.
Jackie's not attacking anything. Like, Jackie's a slug. He's slower than the Underlord. Doesn't have boots at the moment. Like, just jump. Like, he sees. Like, he popped the BKB inside the pit. I think he could have swapped, like, either S and Y or Power Treads in, just to have a bit more move speed. Good Fisher. I want to see that fight again, because I'm pretty sure he should be able to have any kind of vision to jump on something, anything.
Yeah, just never really jumps here. Get a Malice, blocks up Armel, he silenced Fissures, Echo Slam.
He Echo Slammed. Okay, so that's why. I was like, yeah, he had time to actually use it, but Echo Slam, great Fissure from Tims.
And on top of that, Underlord, he gets the Ags. Blessing, picks that up. 1,000 gold here, and this top using that exorcism, trying to push in 9k lead for T1. TNC, they've got Armel with buyback ready. The question is he going to end up using it or holding it? They just concede at least a 2 or 3, maybe a set of racks, wait for the exorcism to end. They've got the Fissure, the totem.
Oh, my finest creation, says Ice Frog. You don't even have to stand on the Fissure. Like, that's the most beautiful part. Like, you can just stand wherever they get near the Fissure. On Green Court, Timeless Relic, pretty much.
Always will.
And he is level 25.
Going in. Lotus Storm and 2 right clicks from Jackie to blow up Bebby. He's got buyback too. Fisher comes in, that hits under the Phantom Assassin as well as the Underworld. They're thinking about it now, but still holding on to the puck fight. They don't have Dream Core to work with. They don't have this puck. They only have 3 heroes here. Lockdown though, everybody was up. Could have led to something more.
They have to be careful about Earthshaker. Has that Timeless Relic, so 25% debuff duration, longer stuns, and he hit level 25, so minus 1.5 seconds on Enchant Totem, which brings it down to 2.6.
KB's out far. Jackie spots him. They're drifting in, and that's why they get a call. They get a kill onto the Beastmaster. Down again, has buyback. Everybody but the Jug got it.
You can actually use Fisher, Totem, Echo Slam, Totem, Fisher, into Totem again. So you can lock them down for a very, very long time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Cuckoo.
13,000 golden Phantom Assassin.
So it comes out as well as the Fisher that's going to land on the next profit as well as the Phantom Assassin. Wind Waker, you can see that Cyclone bringing him back. Primal Roar is used. As well as the Omni Slash bounce around. It's only hitting on the Underworld. Now goes back over the Cuckoo. They get to out of this Death Prophet. Blade Fury right on top of Jackie with BKB. Poppy trying to get the damage down with the Cruiser.
He's stunning the whole team.
They got a stun on the entire side. Up to 1 out of 5 or the Death Prophet. They get the kill. The Underworld who got the side of T1. Jackie trying to fight his way through. Stars ripped in. Jackie trying to survive. Now he's gone.
Another Fisher.
They get the Conan down. Take out Jackie. He's gone. Drops the Divine Rapier. That gets picked up. Carlwell back to Joseph.
Oh, you're not getting anywhere.
And he is stunned up. Killed off. See you later. And gone you are. As you bought
All right,
back into
I'm
this.
calling it right now. Earthshaker Shard upgrade is the most broken thing in Dota right now. Man, the amount of work that Tim's did with that Timeless Relic, level 25 talent, he's just stunning the whole team on the Fisher. Like,
What?
it's actually insane.
Totem, Omni bounces back over to the Underworld somehow from
Another
such a
Fisher is
distance.
available, then he uses a Totem, stuns everyone.
I do rise to
Totem
an
again.
thank.
And then Echo, like, it just doesn't stop. Fissure again, just Totem. Oh my god.
Like, Fisher duration is 8 seconds, 9.8 second cooldown. It's just insane. Like, you have less than 2 seconds downtime on the Fisher and you can keep stunning people.
Picks up the Divine Rapier. I will say though, he's got the Divine Rapier, but we are at 60 minutes. Like we said, net worth, it doesn't matter.
So
It just matters who's alive.
yeah, PA has enough money to buy another Divine Rapier.
I'll be back to finish this later.
Let's check the buybacks. So, only 2 buybacks available, Puck and the Earthshaker. So, yeah, I mean, if they just go mid, it's a possibility. Like, whoever loses the next game, loses the fight, loses the game, pretty much.
I think the big issue, no buyback, 3 heroes. Can they defend long enough? A couple of crits off some stifling daggers, and yeah, maybe. Down, no Underworld for 90, no Death Prophet for 50. Yeah, we're at the 60-minute mark, but I don't know if this is gonna matter. Finally, a Dessa. So divine.
He's going all in.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Rolling Thunder. Ooh, Armel trying to come in. Roll up. Now the right click's coming through.
He almost one-shot Tims.
And now looking to get the rest. They've got the Cougar. Here comes the Tims show. They've got the Totem. They've got the Echo. They have the Fisher. They've got the damage. And they get the kill. The Jackie will take him out. And he'll drop another Divine Rapier into the hands of TNC. Just like that. It looks like C1 had it. But off the back of Tims and the very fair and balanced shard of Earthshaker.
Yeah, you also have a True Strike on the Enchant Totem. Don't forget that. So land a hit on the Phantom Assassin. There's like 700-800 damage coming out from that spell. Yeah, Earthshaker, thank you, Ice Frog. But yeah, most of the time, I think whenever Earthshaker is actually picked,